Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel where we explore big ideas in education. Today we're diving into something foundational for anyone considering a career in teaching, and that's Plato's views on education. Now, why is a 2,400-year-old philosopher still relevant today, especially for teachers? Well, stick around because Plato's philosophy offers timeless insights on what it means to educate, to lead, and to build a just society, something every future teacher can learn from. Let's start with the basics. Plato's philosophy of education is central to his entire view of society and leadership. Plato was a student of Socrates and a teacher of Aristotle, and his ideas shaped Western philosophy, politics, and education. For Plato, education wasn't just about passing down knowledge, it was about shaping the soul, developing virtue, and preparing individuals to play their part in creating a just society. This is where his famous work, The Republic, comes in. In The Republic, Plato says, "The object of education is to teach us to love what is beautiful." This idea of beauty, though, isn't just about aesthetics, it's about the pursuit of truth, justice, and the good. One of the most famous ways Plato explains education is through his Allegory of the Cave. In this allegory, prisoners are chained in a cave facing a wall. They see shadows of objects cast by a fire behind them, and they think these shadows are reality. Plato says they are like us, trapped in ignorance, believing only what we perceive with our senses. But true education is the process of breaking free from those chains, turning around and seeing the fire, and eventually leaving the cave altogether to witness the sunlight, which symbolizes truth and knowledge. For Plato, education is about this journey from darkness to light. It's not just about acquiring opinions or popular beliefs, what he calls doxa. Instead, it's about reaching higher knowledge, or episteme, which means understanding things as they truly are. In Plato's words, the power and capacity of learning exists in the soul already, and just as the eye was unable to turn from darkness to light without the whole body, so too the instrument of knowledge can only, by the movement of the whole soul, be turned from the world of becoming into that of being. So this metaphor of the cave is important for us as educators. It reminds us that our job is not just to give students the tools to succeed in the world as it is, but to help them see beyond the shadows, to challenge their assumptions and guide them towards deeper understanding. Plato's idea of education is a lifelong process of turning towards the truth, towards the form of the good, which represents the highest kind of knowledge. As he says, education is not the filling of a vessel, but the kindling of a flame. So when Plato talks about education, he's not just talking about formal schooling, he's talking about transforming the soul, about guiding students to see beyond their immediate perceptions and to question the deeper truths of the world. For teachers, this means that education is more than a job, it's a mission to help others reach their full potential, not just intellectually, but morally and spiritually as well. So what's the purpose of education according to Plato? One word: citizenship. Plato believed that a well-educated person wasn't just knowledgeable, but someone who can contribute to the ideal society. In The Republic, he talks about the philosopher king, an individual educated in such a way that they can lead wisely and justly. Education was about preparing people to be active, responsible members of society with the ultimate goal of creating a just and harmonious state. But Plato didn't stop at citizenship, he took it a step further, emphasizing that education was crucial for leadership. But not just any kind of leadership. Plato believed that true leaders needed to be philosophers. And why is that? Because only those who deeply understand justice, the good, and the nature of reality can make wise decisions for the community. In today's terms, think of it as the difference between someone who leads with empathy, vision, and long-term thinking versus someone who just reacts to immediate problems. One of the most interesting aspects of Plato's views on education is how he emphasized learning, specifically association and imitation as key learning methods. Plato understood that humans are social creatures, and much of what we learn comes from interacting with others and observing the world around us. In fact, he believed that learning isn't just about receiving information, but also about imitating good examples and engaging with society. In The Laws, Plato writes, imitation is the first instinct of the young. From childhood, we begin learning by copying those around us. Whether it's about how to speak, behave, or work, He believed that association with the right kinds of role models, especially in early life, was critical for shaping moral character and intellectual development. Today, we understand that learning happens not just from textbooks, but through social interactions, collaborative learning, and modeling behavior. In fact, many of the techniques we use in classrooms, such as group work, apprenticeships, mentorships, they're rooted in this idea that the students learn by associating with others and imitating those they admire and respect. For Plato, this wasn't just about copying blindly. It was about learning virtues, habits, and ways of thinking from those who already possess knowledge or wisdom. As teachers, we should consider how we act as role models in our own classrooms. The way we communicate, solve problems, or even handle challenges can have a lasting impact on our students, who will often imitate not just what we teach, but how we teach it. Plato's focus on imitation also speaks to the importance of association. Students should be exposed to good influences and positive learning environments. Whether through peer collaboration or learning from experts, association with the right people can elevate a student's learning experience, helping them grow not just academically, but also morally and socially. So Plato's emphasis on association and imitation reminds us that education is a social process. It's not just about individual effort, it's about learning in community, imitating good examples, and being shaped by those we look up to. As teachers, this means fostering environments where students can not only learn from us, but from each other, and where imitation becomes a tool for deeper understanding and personal growth. Teaching, then, is to be a role model. Plato saw teachers as guides, not just people who hand out information. A good teacher helps students navigate from ignorance to knowledge, from confusion to clarity. Teachers are here to guide, inspire, and like Plato's philosopher kings, help our students see the bigger picture. One of the major ways in which teachers can help students, according to Plato's philosophy, is about training the mind. So the educational journey from doxa, or opinion, to episteme, or knowledge, is the part of the development of the mind. At the highest level of this journey is understanding the form of the good, which is a kind of like the ultimate truth or reality. When you reach that point, you're ready to contribute to Plato's ideal state, a society where everyone plays their part in creating justice and harmony. So what can we take away from Plato's views on education? For one, education isn't about just teaching facts. It's about guiding students towards wisdom, developing their character, and helping them become responsible citizens and leaders. For those of you considering a career in education, remember that your role goes beyond just imparting knowledge. You're shaping the future, and in Plato's eyes, that's the most important job there is. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into Plato's philosophy of education, check out one of the other videos and philosophies of education that you see. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. See you next time.